Kathryn M. Ireland, Creating a Home. She's using the restoration of an old house. And there's a foreword by Mark Appleton talking about the history. And it's dedicated to Lillian. And the book was published, I don't know, let me see, where is that thing? 2009. And what's crazy about this is that I bought this book for $1 at the library because they were culling books. They always get rid of books that are not checked out enough. There's a table of contents. And then a foreword by Mark Appleton with the history of the building. And then this is the terrain where people live and where the house is. And it's the introduction and history of the Libby Ranch. And this is what it looked like at one time. And then this is another map. And then this is part of the well, I guess you would say it's part of the reconstruction. And there's something about architects in here. I have read some of this book, not every word. You'd be surprised how easy it is to ruin a ruin. Kathryn M. Ireland. So anyway, this is what it looks like now. She was destined to save it, and it's not hers. So some of these pages are pretty slick. The quality of the paper is really good. But she starts talking about inspiration. And if you looked at the inside of the cover, that's part of the inspiration for the, well, I think it's a mansion. And there's some herbs and spices and foods. Probably apricots are in there. And there's a little turret, and there's, something that inspired her, and her travels inspired her, and so she started working on things like the great room. She uses red as a not just a contrast, but as a color that is just for the pop, and it's not one of the major colors, as far as you're not going to find big red rugs and big red couches. You're just going to find some flowers that are red and some candlesticks that are red. And she uses a lot of other colors. She's got a lot of black and white from the history of the house. And she plays around with things like, in the other picture, these flowers were not on the stool. But the stool is like a pedestal that gives it importance. And the stairs have these beautiful tiles. And then there's some very old crocks in different places, and a gallery wall. And wooden floors and books, and there's Mexican art, or Mexican pottery. So, and then she thought it was very important to have ironwork that was, yeah, these are very slick. Ironwork for the curtains. Very old-fashioned. I don't know if they were there or not. I have to read more of the book. But I did read a lot of it a couple of years ago. She talks about the ironwork. She's got a whole chapter on ironwork. And then tile. And this is from the stairway, what it looks like down below. Magazines in a big tub. And she's got a beautiful couch here, backless couch. And I love the rug. I don't know where she gets all the rugs, and I don't know where she gets her furniture, but she traveled quite a bit. Maybe that's why. Yeah, I'm trying to turn pages right to left with my left hand, and that doesn't happen easily. But she talks about the kitchen, has a chapter on that, or a few pages on it, and then there's a drive-in. That's what she calls, I guess, the den. And then art seems kind of masculine, the cowboys. And some books, tiles for flooring, lavender it looks like, majolica, and some old art, probably from the 20s or 30s, to go with the majolica. The doors are very precious because of the arch. I don't know if Kathy Ireland was a swimsuit model for Sports Illustrated. I think she was back a long time ago. But she's got little details that she wants you to know. And she's got colors, and she's got so many textures from carving and old iron. And she doesn't live here, but she sure has gotten involved in all the aspects of decorating. So the rooms are very remote, and there's a lot of solitude because the rooms are not connected. They're not close to each other. And there's the bed that we saw earlier. I cannot turn pages because they're so slick. Maybe if my hands are wet, but I don't want to ruin them. Paper, more on tile. Then there are the guest cottages. And what do you do with the bathrooms? What kind of furniture do you put in the bathrooms? You have to put things that are rustic, that are useful in the platform bathtubs. And there's more than one bathtub, more than one shower, more than one mirror, and the details of the knobs. And then there's the al fresco living. Let's go outside and see an old tree and how it was saved to live around the roof and the forecourt. This splashing delight of this water element immediately became the charmer, the piper, and with the morning sun as its accomplice, it continues to draw the sensualist out of the house for breakfast and coffee. You don't have to live inside all the time. And there's a cat and a dog carved into the gate, and a rooster. I only know one other person who does this kind of art on gates and fences. Look at the yellow. And then there's the adobe part with the arch more ironwork and flowers. And you can go outside and throw some pillows and get in the grass and hope that you won't be sitting on a snake. Because this is California and I think they have snakes. Wow. This is herbs. And the property had a wonderful rustic Scottish castle feel to it. Incredible wrought iron, wonderful gates and hinge straps, all the latches, lots of whimsies and wonderful stuff. Whoever did it was into it and enjoyed it. It was obviously something someone loved. That's Siegfried Westberg, a blacksmith artist. And they've got rugs outside. It must not snow and it must not rain very much in this place. I love a round house that is stone. It's just wonderful. Water features, pathways, places for horses to walk, pathways for horses to walk. And then bright colors and a Buddha, which is not what I would not expect that in something that was Southwestern. In color and out of color. Oh, and the nice horses have a nice stable. And the texture and the wood. Don't know what kind of wood that is. But there's just a little bit on entertaining. They do have people with children come and spend time here to enjoy the spot. And these are the swatches. So this book I bought for about $1 at a library that was culling books. And there are thrift stores where you can get older books. So I hope that you look this book up, read it, find out about it. The thing is the pictures may not be maximalist. They're more of a minimalist place, but this is a public house. This is not a house for a family. This Kathy Ireland did not do this house for her family. She did it for, a foundation, probably because it was historic and people may come and visit. But the main thing is you can get inspired by the things that she used, the things that were original. And what's really great about it is that you can look at her accent colors. That's what I was trying to think of when I saw the red flowers and the red candlesticks. Her accent colors, because she's got a palette that is pleasing and calming, and then a few accents just to bring it a certain atmosphere. So I hope you enjoyed looking at this book, and I hope that you will get it because I'm sure that it's still out there. Diane Keaton gets many of her houses are not refabricated, but renovated. And she also gave a blurb for this. The property was captivating, compelling, and romantic, and it took my breath away. Then I realized I was looking at 8,000 square feet of deferred maintenance and the next 5 years of my life. I love the fact that Kathryn took it on. It was amazing. So in other words, Kathryn helped Diane Keaton. All right, thank you.